Just saying, come on, man. We're hungry. But I could not find where to pick the trail up. Oh, that was above the shoe level. Oh, look at that one. That one got deep. That was almost up to the knee. Scared that deer over there. Good morning. It is about 5:15. I've been up since about 4:30. Of course, I went to bed at about 7:30. The intention was to just listen to a podcast, and I kept falling asleep, so I thought, well, I might as well just give it up. Pretty good night's sleep last night. Didn't get too cold. I think I checked one time, got down to about 11. That's not too bad. Got up this morning to use the bathroom, and there's sandflies out there waiting for me. Sandflies are a big deal, but I tell you what, the goodbye sandfly, the natural stuff, that worked pretty well. I had to reapply it after a couple hours, but yeah, that wasn't too bad. I would recommend that if you're looking for something that's a natural sandfly repellent. So sunrise is not supposed to be till about 7:30, and I wouldn't mind getting up and going now while it's dark, but this first section I really need to see the trail because it's pretty tricky. So I'll just kind of take a leisurely morning, and when I get some light, then I'll start getting up and get moving. Until then, do a little bit of reading, maybe try to listen to that podcast I fell asleep in, and just kind of wait until I can get going. Look at them all out there waiting for me. They're all on my little tent fly. Just saying, come on, man. We're hungry. All right, good morning again. I'm just ready to pack out here. I got to keep moving because, man, these sandflies, wow, they're something. But yeah, I've cleaned up everything. Got a couple robins this morning, kind of helping me keep the sandflies down. There needs to be a whole lot more of you guys around. And now we head back. So it's 20 minutes after 8. Should get back in about 1:30. Okay, let's get out of here. It's a foggy day out there. Can't see across at all. I'm sure as it warms up, it'll burn that off. Here we are again. Let's see if I can do it any easier. Over, under, over, under. Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, here's another fun section in here. Not a lot of room on the path, on the trail. Keep saying path. It's anything but a path. Tell you what, this morning, putting all my hiking clothes back on, they're all soaking wet from sweat. It's so wet down in here. There was not going to be any drying. There's no sun when I got here, that direct sun. But I'll tell you what, putting on cold clothes in the morning, that'll wake you up. And now, I'm only, about 15 minutes in, and I'm sweating like you wouldn't believe. I think we go down this way. It's really humid in here today. It's been about 42 minutes and I'm out of all that sidling along the mountainside, that technical stuff. So that's obstacle number one. Next is a lot of mud and trying to find the track in ferns. But that last bit that I just finished was the hardest that I experienced yesterday, so should be quite a bit easier from today, from right now. So just a couple minutes ago I came into kind of a clearing and I could see the trail that I just come off of, but I could not find where to pick the trail up on the other clearing. And walked around a bit, finally looked at all the options, couldn't find it. Finally pulled out my GPS from what I did yesterday, and I just walked towards the line. And I was stepping in mid-shin mud, but I didn't care. I had to find the path, the trail, and finally found it. But I'll tell you, I'm thankful for GPS. I know you're not supposed to depend on it a whole lot, but man, in that situation, I don't know. With one person, I don't know how I would have found that, because it just was really hidden. Oh man, oh well. It's a mess now anyways. I know I'm walking through a river at some point, so all the mud get cleaned off. It just makes it easier when I don't have to worry about trying to avoid the mud. All right, here, this will be fun. Oh, that was above the shoe level. Oh, oh, look at that one. That one got deep. That was almost up to the knee. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. What an adventure. Yesterday, coming out, I get to these big mud areas and was surprised at the number of footprints just going right through the middle of it. It's not like these things ever dry out. Well, today I understand. You get to a point where it's like, oh, I don't care. I'm gonna get muddy anyways. And just takes so much time to navigate around the sides. If you got something like this, yeah, take it, but most of the time, boy, it's really slippery. Yeah, I'm just walking through the middle of it now. Just can't be bothered trying to find a way around anymore. It's my stopping place. Just sitting here thinking, I had my breakfast about 6 o'clock this morning. I'm getting a little bit hungry, so but when I get to that log, I'll stop and have my hobbit breakfast. But whew, if I remember correctly, it's only about 3 hours from here. Scared that deer over there. He's still looking at me. Hello. Once I start moving, maybe he'll... There he goes. She. Beautiful. Man, wish I could move like that through the woods. It was right down here on the other side of these grasses in the water. All right. Cool. Okay, this is where I crossed the river first time. And it's funny, it doesn't feel at all as long as it did to get out to the hut. It's what happens when you know the path. It's what happens when you know the trail. I'll get that right at some point. Okay. Yeah, if I remember correctly, there it is. Have to go this way a little bit and then across. These water crossings are nothing. All right, let's see. Just gotta find where you land on the other side, up that way somewhere. Oh, that feels nice. Boy, that feels nice on the legs. Okay. Oh yeah, I bet this is a nice place to camp. Yeah. Yeah, so you can see what I did. The red is what I did yesterday, and the green is what I've done today. So I was able to follow orange arrows to here, coming this way. But if you look this way, there's nothing out there that would tell me that's the way to go. So I think I probably still would have done what I did yesterday. I still would have looked at the GPS and headed over that way to the river and gone down the river. But today coming back a different way, and now from here you can see there's the orange arrow, takes me back up to the bridge. And if I remember correctly, from here back it's pretty easy. Made it back to the sign. It says 5 hours. I did that in 3 hours and 40 minutes, including stops and getting lost. But wow. Now this track, yeah, I remember it gets pretty easy. So we've got a little bit of a downhill coming up. But wow, that was some of the toughest stuff I've done in short amounts. With some of that mud, the blowdown, navigation. Yeah, it was a good experience. I'm glad I did it. And now we're just probably about an hour away from the end, and then I can assess everything from there. And compare this path, and this is a path, to the trail I had earlier. Huh. This is nice. I like how they sucker you in. Ooh. Go to Rogers Inlet Hut, they said. It'll be easy, they said. Well, this was a spot yesterday where I took off my jacket, and when I went to put my backpack back on, the buckle snapped and broke. And I thought, well, that's it. And I started back down that boardwalk and got to the boardwalk and thought, no, you know what? I can do this. And you know, I talked about that yesterday. But here's the thing is, the buckle held together. I mean, you can see in there, down that trail there, I was just doing some climbing over the blowdown and all that. I've done quite a bit of that. And the buckle's held, it's never undone. So, lesson learned. I mean, I'm still going to fix the buckle, but it does have some staying power if you just keep going with it. So I'm glad that I just decided to keep on going. So now, I guess about 20 minutes from the car. And there she blows. The road end. 4 hours and 44 minutes. Okay, now I just walked back to the car and head home. There's a popular place on Saturday, especially on a beautiful day. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.